Here I was making, at 26 years old, I was making about $70,000 a year, working for Warren Buffett. I was doing very well for myself, but I was like, I need to advance. And so during the CPA exam, I couldn't really work. I had my own business, but let's say this, my first 4 months, I didn't make any money with my business. And my first check was like $250. And you couldn't tell me nothing because I made my first $250 on my own as an entrepreneur after 4 months. And I think it was after 6 months that I made a total of $400. So to go from having regular checks over $2,000 to 6 months, $400, can you really live with that? To have your credit go from the high sevens to the low 400s, can you still live like that?
Yeah.
Can you deal with the society accustomed to you traveling, accustomed to you being able to go out and have fun, now saying, I can't go out because I'm studying. And then even days when you can go out, ooh, $5 drink, I only got like $30 in my bank account and I still have to pay for this test, I have to pay for this study material, I have to pay for my application.
Yeah.
I mean, to somebody who wants to becoming a CPA, I would just ask them why. Like, why do you want to do that? And really internalize it. I do know that the amount of CPAs are getting lower and that there's a shortage in the industry.
Okay.
So they are trying to accommodate for that and bring in more people. However, I don't recommend anybody becoming a CPA unless they really want it and they really can build their life around studying.
Gotcha.
Because otherwise,
was it worth it?
For me, it was worth it because I passed. If I didn't pass, it would have been terrible. And I see a lot of people who studied for years, didn't get it, and they don't get that certification. I would recommend, if somebody doesn't want to change their entire lifestyle and go through that huge drop, then just get your EA, enrolled agency. That is somebody who is licensed by the IRS and that they only focus in tax. A CPA is a lot more broad, and we're signed off by the Secretary of State. So my license is based in California, but I could still basically work in any other state. It's just, if there's something real minute or something real detailed, then California is my main state.
Would you encourage CPAs to get into crypto? No, why not?
Because if you're making money already in your own particular niche.
What about new CPAs? That's what I'm asking.
New CPAs, yeah.
Okay.
So if you are a new CPA, there's so much money in here and there's so many opportunities. I think that any new CPA should get into crypto because it's wide open and you're not going to have a lot of competition from the older CPAs. See, if you try to get into real estate, you're going to have competition from the CPA who's 80 years old who just doesn't want to give it up because he has all his clients already lined up.
But big book of business. You know, this is with lawyers is that I encourage them to learn blockchain. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to put together a CLE, a continuous learning, basically as attorneys, teach them about blockchain and crypto.
Yeah.
I think that, and AI now, really.
Yeah.
Because just utilizing AI in court documentation and things like that, it saves so much time if you know what you're doing.
Everybody should learn about AI.
Yep. So if you don't have a ChatGPT account, if you don't have a Claude account, or if you don't have shout out to Latimer AI. Latimer is a large language model that's focused on Black culture. Latimer.ai. If you don't have accounts with them, I don't know what it is that you're doing, because it saves so much time in like drafting documents. Some of the stuff that we did for this podcast was generated by AI. And I don't necessarily consider myself an artsy fartsy kind of person. Like, this would have taken me years to develop.